What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to talk about the top 10 cosmic champions in Battlegrounds. Now this one we're going to start with some honorable mentions because the cosmic class is just way too good. So some champs that did not make the top 10, but I wish I could put them in the top 10. So we have Superior Iron Man. This guy has been surprising me. He is really tough to use, and the more you intercept, the faster he becomes. Like if he gets that magical crit on that special 2, he does so much damage. It's actually insane because the damage is based on his buffs, and you can easily like make more copies of them or just refresh them with your mediums. He's a really good champion. The only reason I didn't put him in is because he's pretty new, and I feel like some people probably underrate him still. And yeah, I would just love to put him as 7-star. And also, he's just not a good defender. I think he would have been really good if he had some defensive utility, but he has absolutely nothing. Now, another champion that I hate, but works really well in the hands of Carter Mike, Gladiator. This guy could be top 1. Like, he's got such fast, like he's only got like a little bit of ramp up, but if you know what you're doing, you can kill anyone really fast and taking like minimum damage. He's impressive. I just can't use him consistently. Like, he's sometimes gonna mess me up with his intimidate AI, all that stuff. So I just couldn't put him in the top 10 myself. And then lastly, for the honorable mentions, we got Terrax. One of my favorite cosmic champions. I really can't wait to dupe this guy. I think a 600 Terrax is very, very scary and potentially a good attacker as well. But unfortunately, he didn't make the top 10. Now let's move to the top 10 though. So the 10th spot goes to Cersei. Cersei is actually pretty like underrated still. You don't really see her. There's like a lot of counters for her. If someone runs like Mystic Dispersion, you can pretty much chase her with the amount of regions she gets, and then get so much power. But if you don't have a good counter, she can definitely stall you or even kill you. She has tough specials. You can't really punish them. And she's kind of tanky without glancing. And also she's pretty underrated on attack with those like good furies, that red damage on the special 2. Honestly, pretty good character. Not bad for sure. Be interesting to get a 7-star for sure. Now for the top 9, Adam Warlock. This guy, he is something like Gladiator, but not as bad. But when he works, is really, really fast with those big yellow numbers and those almost guaranteed crits. The special 2, which allows you sometimes to bait quick specials and take like almost no damage. The stasis spot, which you can double tap the block to activate it again, even actually once in the fight, but it automatically activates after the special 2. He can be a very, very good nuke, and also he's kind of like a defender. Like he's a bit tanky. He's got some power gain on his own. For the top 8, we got Hercules. I'm surprised this guy didn't make it to like top 5, but he's a bit forgotten for BGs. Like, I still use him. He's amazing. Like 1SP1, SP2 pretty much kills anyone if you do those intercepts, but he is a bit risky with those intercepts. He's got that Infuriate, which definitely helps, and also pretty decent defender. Like, he's not really gonna kill you, but he is going to be a bit annoying with that Infuriate, and also that immortality that's lasting for 9 seconds. And he can last even longer if he decides to throw specials. So sometimes he can get to the win on defense, like stall the opponent. And like I said, on attack, he's got good utility. He can crit even with those 7-star champions now because he gets crazy good precisions. It's like 2250 for each one. And you get 3 if you do that free intercept. And then, yeah, it's just good for that special 2. And it's lights out for pretty much everybody, even being at 7 stars. Now, for the top 7. Venom. This guy is very fast. If you got that Venom relic, if you do him, if you get some nice RNG with the starting buffs, he's very fast. Like, he can do like 30-second fights with like the right RNG in the beginning. He's super fast. Not really a good defender though. He might mess you up sometimes because his AI is super aggressive with those Venom characters. But I wouldn't really trust him if I place him down on defense. Any like Mystic is gonna destroy him really fast. But nonetheless, he's really, really good for some champions like Maestro, Nick Fury. With your SP1, you can nullify stuff, which is really nice utility to have. And you won't actually spam SP1s with Venom. So yeah, I think he deserves the top 7 spot for sure. Now, moving on to the top 6. This is going to be Null. Someone that we don't really see, but he's like super tanky on defense, especially if you have inequity, because he's always going to put like debuffs on you. He has an annoying SP1, which if he throws, you either have to time your special or you're gonna get reverse controls, which can definitely mess you up. And then the special 2 is a bit hard to dex. Sometimes I have to like block one hit, depends when he throws it, like the distance we have. So he's a good defender for sure. And he also has like good health for, you know, being a larger champion. And also on attack, man, like if you got a SIG 200 one, you can pop like a special 1 and then with like a special 2 with the conversion of those armor breaks, of those living abyss to armor breaks, you can kill almost anyone. Like especially if they're like a tech champion, they're gonna die from like that special 2. If you have like around like 30, 35 armor breaks, 40. So yeah, like I've been using him in my free to play and he does really, really well. He even take like bullseye somewhat fine because his medium attacks cannot be evaded and it's a lot easier to push him to special 2s to like avoid that damage. And on top of that, you get some life still. So I think he's, you know, I think he deserves to be in the top 6, like pretty good champion for sure. But now for the top 5, one of my favorite rank 3s on my free to play, which can literally do like 25-second fights with like good RNG. And he also has like a really good relic for him, which is the Gamora relic. Helps him so much, like proc those Furies. Just an amazing champion. He's not really a good defender lately, but if you don't have a good counter, he's gonna stall you for sure. He might not go to special 3, or he might, you never know. But if you don't have like a good mystic that can nullify or prevent those power gains, you're gonna be baiting specials all the time. Especially if he's duped, because that duration of the power gain is gonna last a lot longer. Like as you can see, even SIG 1 is like 65% longer, so that is a bit of a problem. Yeah, man, I don't know. Hyperion is just such an OG champion, and it's just so great that he's like still so high on the list. Now moving on to the top 4, we have Big Boy Maestro. This guy, sometimes he is an attacker. He's actually quite good for like fam, because you get those pierce. I rarely use him on attack though, because he definitely needs his time. He needs like 80 seconds, 100 seconds to kill the opponent. But he's there for defense. Like he's got the second highest health in the game. I have a 7-star rank 3 since like pretty much the day I got him. Really good sometimes. And if you don't have a counter, man, you're just stuck there. You just can't crit because you glance everything. You only have your specials to work with. So you can easily trap someone if they don't have a stagger or another way to like deal damage to him. So yeah, Maestro for sure, great champion still. Now moving on to the top 3. Hulkling, another good champion that is like gonna be relevant for I don't even know how much longer. He's just such a beast, man. This guy, I feel like every single person in the community can just do like fights with Hulkling because I think everyone just uses him. He's so comfortable to use. Like, you know, we even have this rotation where we go unblockable and then throw a special 2 and then throw the relic like combo and do another 5-hit combo after that. And then pretty much everyone dies unless they are Serpent. But yeah, he's just such a good champion, and on top of that, he can be a bit of an annoying defender too if he's like start spamming SP1s, or if you take some like chip damage with his pierce, because he does do a lot of damage in the block, especially if he's dupe. As you can see, armor penetration for each active personal pierce buff, and if you take a blocked hit, you take a pierce, or he gets a pierce. So yeah, definitely a bit of an annoying champion. Also, if you use some mystics and nullify his things, they're just gonna last longer and become passive, so that's another thing to look out for. Now for the top 2, CGR. So the top 1 is going to be Serpent, by the way, and I wasn't sure if I want to put CGR first or Serpent first, and I decided to go for Serpent. But like, let's talk about CGR here. So this guy, he is a 6-star champion. He can kill 7-star rank 3s, no matter who they are, except Serpent, in 30 seconds. You do like a double specialty rotation in 30 seconds, pretty much everyone is gonna die. He just has so much damage if you know how to use him. He can kill champions without even baiting a single special attack. That is very, very strong. Like he can destroy Mr. Sinister, he can destroy Red Skull, he can destroy Photon, he can destroy Killmonger. He can do so many things, even Bullseye, even Onslaught too. You're gonna take more damage because you crit a lot and you're gonna proc a lot of those neuroshocks. But he can do anyone. Like he's just so good. Like it was really tough to not put him at top 1. He's such a beast, man. And moving on to the top 1, the guaranteed win when you draft him, Serpent, the guy that didn't get nerfed. Okay, but yeah, man, I have to put this guy at top 1. He's just such a broken defender, man. Like he's definitely arguably the best defender in the game. And when you draft him, most likely you're gonna get a win like 90%. you're gonna get that win, unless the opponent has like a Chavez and they get crit RNG. But even if they get good at crit RNG, there's a high chance they don't crit, because 15% crit resistance and all that resistance of, you know, we talked about Serpent, we know how OP he is. And that's just what I think. I think if you draft him, it's like a very, very, very high chance to win the fight, because it just plays him on defense and it's game over. And sometimes, you know, if you find someone with like a lot of armor rating, you can go for those special 2s, and you know your burst damage is increased based on the opponent's armor rating. So if you find like a Warlock, if you find like an Infinity War Iron Man where they get like a lot of potent armor ups, or even Red Skull, you might be able to kill them in like, you know, 60 to 70 seconds. It depends. I think in this card meta that we're gonna have in the victory track, with the Rich Get Richer, where he's gonna get more power, he probably will be okay there. But again, like you'd be crazy if you don't throw Serpent on defense, because he's just gonna be better on defense. But you know, sometimes if you just don't want to throw him on defense, he could work on attack. So let me know what you guys think about my top 10 Cosmic Champions for BGs, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.